Have you ever heard somebody say this? Maybe not you. Well, at my age, it is impossible to make a body transformation. It is impossible for me to lose weight. It's impossible for me to tone up my body over the ages of 40, 50, and 60. Well, nice excuse. Even though after the ages of 40, 50, and 60, it does get marginally more difficult because of the hormone changes in your body, it is not a legitimate excuse why you can't make a transformation. When I meet with clients for the very first time here at Boomer Fitness or online in my transformation program, what I ended up hearing from men and women when they want to make this transformation are three major goals of why they want to make the transformation. Number one, they end up saying to themselves, this has to happen because it's going to be for their health, whether it be type 2 diabetes, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or osteoporosis, decrease in bone density. That is the number one reason why people are making this transformation, is they want to make a major improvement in their health. The second thing that I hear is that their energy levels aren't what they used to be. They're trying to keep up their grandchildren. They're trying to keep up with their work. They're trying to do whatever tasks that they love in their life. They can't do it like they once did. They want to get the energy back and get that vitality back. The next thing that I hear are the body composition changes, getting that body confidence back. They're starting to lose confidence in the way that they look. Whether for men, it's the tire around the waist. For women, usually it's their arms and their legs that it's not what it once used to be. And they're telling me I used to have nice toned legs and now they're just all saggy and soft. Or my arms are now, when I wave, they're still waving. All right, so the way you want to go about this transformation is think of it like this. Imagine if you were going to want to go on an amazing vacation. All right, would you just go down to the airport here? For me, I'm by PDX. Would you just hop on any old airplane down here at PDX and say we wanted to go to Hawaii? Would we just hop on any plane? Probably not, because if we hopped on any plane down there, we would probably end up in, say, maybe Southern California or maybe Mexico or Europe. We want to be very specific on where we're headed. Like, hey, you know what? You're going to book your flight. You're going to get on a specific flight that's going to take you to Hawaii. So what these specific goals are going to do for you, it's going to provide you the motivation to stay on track on that journey. In the beginning, the first 2 to 3 weeks, maybe 4 weeks, people are usually motivated. But what ends up happening is old habits start to take over, and the freshness, the excitement, the fresh wrapping paper that you took off your new toy, i.e. workouts, aren't exciting anymore. By checking in on those goals on a daily basis, it's going to keep you motivated on why you're going for it. The other reason for having specific goals on your journey is it provides you with progress tracking. You're able to look, okay, you know what? I'm on my track to lose 15 to 25 pounds is the average weight loss for our transformation clients in a 12-week progress. So it lets you do that, track your progress. And the other thing is to see how effective you are. So you can take a look at your goal and say 6 weeks in and say, you know what? I've lost 10 pounds. I wanted to lose 25 pounds. This plan of action is effective. If you're not on track to hit the goals that you want, it lets you look in and say, what do I need to do to make adjustments to be on track with those goals? Is there something I need to do with my nutrition? Is there something that I need to do with my training? Maybe I need to do something with my stress management or consistency to do that. So the real things to focus on is to make sure those goals are very specific, okay? You want to say, okay, I want to lose 25 pounds in 12 weeks. That's very specific. Next thing you want to make sure measurable. So it's the 25 pounds that you want to lose in that time frame. And you want to make sure that they're relevant, that they're something that is more toward your long-term vision, your long-term aspirations. The next component of making this transformation that you want is, imagine you are going to go out for a great meal. A great place to eat out here is El Gaucho's. So you're going to go out to El Gaucho's. There's a chef in the kitchen. And what the chef is going to be doing is they're going to be taking all these different ingredients to make a magnificent meal. And that's what you're going to need to do with your nutrition, is you're going to have to take the major macronutrients, the proteins, the carbs, and the fats, and you're going to blend them together to help you make this transformation like the chef making a great meal. What it's going to provide you is energy, the energy to get you through the day, the energy to provide for your workouts, the energy that is going to recover. The other thing, it's going to be fuel for your muscle, and then it's also going to help you recover from your workouts, and then also it's going to create that calorie deficit that you need so that way you can lose fat. So what you want to do is you want to focus on a balanced diet. Of course, you want to have protein, carbohydrates, and fat and we can go in a whole nother direction and talk about those topics more specifically. But you're going to want to have a balanced diet, and what we do for our clients here is we give them a list of all the foods from protein, carbs, fats. They pick and choose which ones that they enjoy, so that way it becomes sustainable, that they can do this long term. The other thing is you want to have protein. You're going to want to have at least 0.8 grams to 1 gram per lean body weight, and that is going to help you recover from your workouts. It's also going to help you build muscle. And the next thing is you're going to want to have calorie balance. At the end of the day, it's going to come down to calories in, calories out. No matter what diet it is, you're going to have to create a 500 calorie a day deficit to lose 1 pound of body fat per week. With that being said, the next component we want to look at, imagine you've got this a person's going to sculpt an amazing sculpture, all right? They've got a block of rock outside, and every day they're going to be chiseling away, chiseling away, chiseling away. And as they're chiseling away at the rock, it may just look like a giant rock for maybe the first 3 weeks. It may look like a giant rock over those 6 weeks. But as that construction is being made, all of a sudden something's starting to shape. And then after, say, 12 weeks to 24 weeks, there's a beautiful sculpture there. You want to look at your transformation like that. The way you're going to make this sculpture is you're going to be doing resistance training. All right. What resistance training, when starting out in your program for at least the first 12 weeks, is training at least twice per week. What this is going to let you do is to preserve muscle. After the age of 30, we begin to lose 3 to 8% of our muscle every year. So over the course of a decade, you're losing 5 to 10 pounds of muscle a decade, and that's why your body's transforming. The other thing it's going to help you do, it's going to help you boost your metabolism. Every pound of muscle you have is going to raise your metabolism by 30 to 50 extra calories burned per day, and then also it's going to help you with bone density. When it comes to resistance training, you're going to want to focus on compound lifts. Now, before you're hopping in the comment section there and giving me a hard time, like saying, hey, Brian, I can't do deadlifts, Brian, I can't do squats, I will say there is progressions for all those exercises, and that's what we do with our transformation program. We pick out the specific exercises that work for you, and there is going to be compound movements that you can do at any age that are going to be joint friendly. And again, I'm not one to say there's absolutes either. You don't absolutely have to do squats. You don't absolutely have to do deadlifts, but there are progressions to these compound movements that you can do to help you make that transformation. You also want to look at doing progressive overload. What progressive overload is I see it with one of my clients that I've been working with the past 10 weeks. And what she did is we started out, say, on the dumbbell bench press. And when we did our dumbbell bench press, she could start off with 8 pounds for 3 sets of 10 to 15. And we did that for a little while, became easy. We went up to 10. And now we're up to 15-pound dumbbells. So that's progressive overload. Every workout, she was trying to challenge herself to get a little bit stronger. She focused on her form and technique when doing this. And then what that looked like is every week when she was doing those workouts, she was picking a weight she could only do for 10 to 15 reps. She wasn't picking 5 pounds and trying to do 10 to 15 reps with when she knew that 8 pounds was going to make her fail in those 10 to 15 reps. You got to pick a weight that's going to challenge you. When working out also, you want to focus on your recovery. That's why I say at least twice per week, either a body split, upper body with a lower body, or you could do 2 total body workout days. The reason why I say twice per week, it allows for these factors, which is what we just talked about. It's the recovery. It's going to let you recover from your workouts. And the other thing, training twice per week, it's going to let you do consistency. In the beginning, people are like, you know what? They see their 6-month goal and they're like, hey, you know what? I want to work out, 6 days per week. They maybe do that for the first 3 weeks, but all of a sudden, because they haven't worked out consistently for 6 months, their body's feeling beat up. Their joints are starting to hurt. So by just training twice per week with resistance training, it lets you build that consistency. It lets you recover from your workouts, and it's going to start building your confidence of what you can do in the gym. And what will naturally happen is you'll want to add in a 3rd or 4th training session that week, because you're going to see your body making that transformation transformation, and you're going to feel good from those workouts. The next thing that we want to think about is, imagine there's a blacksmith, right? And what does a blacksmith do? They go out to the fire and they just keep stoking the fire, stoking the fire, stoking the fire, stoking the fire, and then they stick the metal in there so that way they can transform the piece of metal, whether it be into a beautiful sword or a sculpture. And so just like a blacksmith, you're going to want to focus on getting in that cardio. Cardio is crucial important after the ages of 40. And the reason why, it's going to boost your metabolism. So if you're out, say doing an extra, 30-minute walk per day, that's going to burn an extra 300 calories, and add that to your calorie deficit. Expand how many calories you're burning every single day. It's going to help you with that top goal that you talked about, which is going to help with your health. It's going to help with your heart health. And the other thing it's going to do, it's going to help you burn fat. What we want to focus on is a variety of activities. We want to focus on, maybe one day you're going to do walking, maybe the next day you're going to do swimming, maybe the next day it's going to be yoga. So focus on a variety of activities so that way you can make it exciting to stay with it. The other thing, what I see work best for most of my clients, is just start with a walking program. What I would do is look at on your monitor or your phone and see how many steps that you're getting every single day. Say you're getting 8,000 steps a day. Try to bump that up by 10%. Get that up to 8,800 steps per day. If you're not walking at all, shoot for 7,500 steps a day. What that's going to do, it's going to create that calorie deficit for yourself. The other thing, what walking every single day is going to do for you, it's going to help you with consistency. When people first start out, they think for cardio, they've got to do, 30 minutes every single day, high intensity interval training. The challenge when they're doing that high intensity interval training and they haven't trained for 6 months is their body's feeling beat up. They're feeling the stress from all the reps. With walking, my clients are able to recover from their workouts every single day, and they're able to stay consistent with it over a long period. I hope you absolutely love this video. If you're needing help making a transformation in your physique, down below you'll see a scheduling link where you and I can work in a collaborative effort to achieve those fitness goals. This call isn't going to be about writing a plan for you. This is going to be about hearing about your fitness goals and how we can work together to make those goals happen. So you can just book your call down below, and I look forward to talking to you. If you like this video about making a transformation over 40 and 50, then you're going to want to stick around for this next video that's going to help you pick the workout that's right for you. Have yourself a great day.